In this video, we are going to talk about the syllabus. You'll find it in Blackboard. So sign into your Blackboard, go to MUSI 1306W01, click on Syllabus. Here it is. So first things first, course and instructor information. Make sure you are signed up for the correct course. This is MUSI 1306W01. And as I said in my introduction video, if you need to get a hold of me, the best way is going to be through Blackboard. You can send a Blackboard message or an email. Either way, I will answer your message as soon as I can. And I will check Blackboard several times throughout the day. If you call me, which you can, my number is 361-825-2375. It may be longer till I respond. I'm in and out of the office during the summer, so I cannot guarantee when I'll actually get your message. If you need to see me in person, contact me and we can set up a day and a time to meet. Course description. This is a course for non-music majors. It's a study of selected music literature of contrasting styles and forms with an emphasis on listening and understanding music. This satisfies the university core curriculum requirements in fine arts. So the first half or so of the course is going to focus on learning about the elements of music, form and texture. Then the second half is going to be the style periods, the Baroque, the Renaissance. There's one required text. It is On Music Appreciation, 4th edition, Index A by Connect for Education. You will find the book at the Connect for Education website. So whether you buy it through their website for $109.95 or through the bookstore for about $140, you'll get a code and you will go to Connect for Education, and that's where you'll access the book. I will do a separate video about finding my course later on. Student learning outcomes. At the completion of this course, the students will be able to analyze a musical work according to the elements of music and historical context. So there's 4 areas we'll cover. Define and describe the elements of music, how they contribute to the creation of distinctive musical styles. Number 2, identify the major style periods in Western art music. 3, recognize the social, political, and economic environment of a society that influences the creation and performance of music. And 4, describe the major styles of music from non-Western cultures. That one we are not going to spend a lot of time on. One day. With the class compressed into 20 days, we don't have a lot of time to explore the non-Western music. So most of what we'll study is what we consider classical music. Course overview. There are 4 units in the class, and I recommend you follow the suggested structure below. So this is the structure I'll show you. However, you must complete the units in progressive order. Do not do Unit 3 until you finish Units 1 and 2. Here's a few other things to know. Assignments should be submitted by the date they are due. Finish all the work leading up to the assignment before completing it. If I go here, this is the textbook. What I mean by that is, here is assignment 3. Make sure you do all 20 classes before you do assignment 3. There are assessments at the ends of every section of the units. Complete the assessments once you have read the sections. So I have this up here. What I would recommend is right-clicking and opening the assessment in a new tab. Then what you can do is have the assessment open here. This is what it looks like. And then have the text. This is actually the percussion quiz. Have the text open here. I don't mind if you use the text and have an open book when you do your quizzes, as long as you can find the information and are learning the information. The midterm and finals will be available on the scheduled dates only. All assessments and assignments for the units covered must be completed by the test date. So don't take the midterm until you've completed all of Units 1 and 2. The midterm covers Units 1 and 2. The final covers Units 3 and 4. It is not comprehensive, so there's no all-encompassing exam. The discussion forums will open every Monday and will be available throughout the semester. However, to receive credit, you must complete the discussion during the week it opens. I will explain that in a moment, and there is a video about the discussion forums you can also look at. Here's the unit breakdown. What I was saying before, I believe the first 3 units are 11 days. The last unit is 8 days. So the last unit's pretty intense. I'll talk about that in a moment too. And you can see the exam dates, June 12th to 15th and 26th through 29th. Here's the structure if you want to follow it. The first class day is next Tuesday. I gave that as a day to get yourself acclimated with the website and with Blackboard. After that, it's pretty much 2 classes a day, sometimes 3. You can see when the assignments are given and when they're due. So I tried to spread them out. The 4th, the 8th, 10 days later on the 18th, and 11 days later on the 29th. So I tried to spread them out, except for the first assignment. The rest are about 10 days apart. And that should give you plenty of time to do the work. And you can see midterm If you want a scheduled day for the midterm, aim for the 13th. Scheduled day for the final, I have as 29th. Here's what I'm going to recommend too. Unit 4 is very rigorous. So I would recommend working ahead so you can get to Unit 4 sooner. Let me show you why. Because when we look back here at the textbook, you can see you have one section to read here before your assessments. And in these first couple units, you have 1 or 2, maybe 3 before you get to your assessments. Here you have an assessment after each keyboard, so it makes it easier. When I get down to these last few classes, look at this broke period. There is probably 14 units before the assessment. That's a lot more than the other sections, the other units. Look at the classical period, 12 before. And the romantic period, the contemporary period. And now this is the only non-Western music. No, it's not completely non-Western. There is some Latin American music, some serialism, aleatoric music, some jazz. But you can see there's a lot of information here. So I would suggest working ahead. Here's the grading. Grading will be based on the assessments, the quizzes, and participation. You'll access the assessments and the quizzes, or the exams, in the Connect for Education website. The discussion board will be in Blackboard. I could have put it on the website, but I prefer to have it in Blackboard. So you will have to visit Blackboard to do the discussions, but that's about all you have to visit it for. That and check your grades. There are so if you have any trouble accessing any of the music or the assessments, please let me know and contact the Connect for Education website, because their website, they can let you know what issues you might be having. Just make sure that first day on Tuesday that you're checking it out and you can hear music. Because if I go in here, I'll just find one quick. Unity and variety. Let's see if this works for me. You should be able to press this and hear music. If you don't hear music, the player doesn't pop up, make sure you get that taken care of, because there's going to be a lot of examples you got to listen to. Midterm and final are 20% of the grade. The assignments are 10%. Now, when I say that, really assignments 1, 2, 3, and 5 are worth 10%. Assignment 4 is worth its own 10%, and that's the final concert attendance report. All I'll say about the assignments is turn them in by the time they're due. I don't accept late work. The final attendance report, you have 2 options. I'm going to post a concert online you can watch. You can go to your own concert, or you can do 4 out of the 5 discussion boards. This is incorrect. I'll change it before class starts. If you respond to all 4 pieces, all 5 pieces, that'll count for your concert report. But you have to really respond to 4 out of the 5. That's all I want. So in week 1, listen, respond. Week 2, listen, respond. You do that 4 times, then your concert report is taken care of and you get 100%. You cannot go back to week 1 and week 4 and do it, though. I don't want that. What I'm trying to avoid is people going back in the 5th week and doing 4 of those for their concert report. You have to do them week by week. If I look at the date you submitted it and it's after the week that was posted, you will not get credit for it. So just make sure you do it during the week that you're doing it. I'm trying to get you guys to read what each other are saying and to engage in discussion. Now, when you do, I said this in the other video, when you do a discussion, make sure you open your own thread. I don't want to have to go through threads and find who said what. You need to do your review as a separate thread, then people can respond to it if they wish. Here are the university policies, and this shouldn't be here. So don't worry about this mark reviewed, but what you're going to do is mark reviewed. I've already done it, so I'm going to unreview it. So you've gone through, this is our contract, so you need to do this. You go through the syllabus, mark reviewed. Once you do that, it'll say reviewed. This one, I don't even know why it's there, so don't worry about that one. Just this one. That tells me you reviewed it. If you don't click that, I'm going to be bugging you about it. If you need a paper version of the syllabus, here it is. Just click on that. That's a PDF. So that is our syllabus. If you have any questions, please let me know as soon as you can. And good luck this semester.